This is the front door panel for the Jaguar Mark II. We sell this as a set, normally a pair of front doors, pair of rear doors, and all the associated armrests and pockets. So they are cut out on hardboard on our CNC machine, so millimetre perfect. They have all of the fixing holes around the outer edge. There are fixing holes down this edge here, it's just covered over by the vinyl, so you simply have to run your finger along and find those fixing holes. That's done deliberately. It means that when it's all fully trimmed in the car with the slight overhang of the door panel at the front edge, when you look down, all you see is the vinyl as opposed to the hardboard panel. You also get all the internal fixings for the armrests, etc., as well as the holes pre-cut for the door release and the window winder. There's a loose flap across the top edge deliberately. This means that when you trim it to the car, you get a nice neat finish around the door top area. You get a trimmed pocket flap on there, lined in the headlining material to match the roof lining of your car, so normally grey, beige, green, or occasionally fawn. That's also elasticated, looks like that. So this one is vinyl. We can offer in leather as well. Hardboard, fully trimmed up. You also get the high frequency embossed pattern on there, as you can see here and here. Exactly the same for the Daimler V8 250. This is the pocket flap, fully trimmed on with the piping on there. As well as that, you also get the fully trimmed armrest for the front door. So this is on hardboard again. You get a metal strip panel on the inside here, riveted. You can't really see it there. I'll show you a brief example. So that's what you get on the inside there. This is actually off a Daimler, but same concept. And then you get the fixing holes, which obviously we fixing rivets, so that we have obviously covered up for transit to save any damage. So it gets fully trimmed on, and then that attaches like that. So that is the front door. These are the rear door panels for the Jaguar Mark II. They're normally sold as a set, so you get a pair of front door panels and rear door panels, and the pockets and armrests associated with them. So the rear door panel, it's fully trimmed up on hardboard. This is vinyl, we can offer in leather as well. Cut on our CNC machine, so millimetre perfect. You get all of the fixing holes around the outer edge of it. You also get all of the internal fixing holes for the associated armrests and pockets. We leave a flap on the top edge deliberately. That means that when trimming to the car, you get a nice neat finish around the door top area. So it's fully trimmed on there. It's also got the high frequency embossed world pattern down here and here, as you can see. We're one of the only companies in the world that can offer that. That's also the exact same pattern that's used on the Daimler V8 250, just FYI. In addition to the actual panel itself, you get the armrest here, fully trimmed up with the piping. This is the rivets here that we cover over in transit to save any damage. It gets a metal strip on the back here that is used to attach it to the actual door panel. That's on the internal side, so that's what you get on the internal. It's metal. It's actually off a Daimler, but same concept applies. This also does have the ashtray bracket in it. However, we cover it over because not everyone wants to have the ashtray on show these days. So this is effectively what's underneath there. So it's an ashtray bracket there. So all you have to do, contact us for details. We'll give you a bit of guidance, but basically you're cutting a small hole in the top of the vinyl and the foam. You'll find a little square piece of foam covering up the ashtray. You just take that out and the ashtray is revealed. So you get one of those, well, a pair of those rather, per car set. You also get the rear armrest, rear pocket down here. So it's all fully trimmed up. This is on plywood, and again lined in the same headliner material that we use for your roof area. So you get a pair of those as well, and that is the rear doors.